historically have always given you a tough game. What is it about them?
I think they're a very good football team. They always come prepared. They always play very hard when they play against us, so it's always a challenge.
What is it about them offensively especially? What do they kind of get done that some teams maybe don't up front, etc.?
They're generally really physical and really fast at the same time, so it's hard to really pick up where they're going or what they're doing, really.
Yeah.
So, especially inside.
What does a dual threat quarterback like this, how does that change things for you this week? What do you have to account for this week that maybe wasn't there the first 2 weeks?
I mean, we always got to keep an eye on the quarterback because, I mean, even if they're not a dual threat, they can still run the ball. But, I mean, just got to make sure we contain them. That's all.
He's a lefty. I know that Brendan White said that doesn't really affect linebackers. He said it might affect defensive backs. He didn't say what it would do for you guys up front. Does it make any difference?
Not so much. I mean, we still got to rush them the same. I mean, we still got to get there just as much as any other quarterback. So.
Does it change your guys matching the hand stuff that you do when you get to the quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we got to switch the hand. But,
I didn't know if it was, because most guys are kind of afraid of those muscle memory at this point.
I mean, sometimes you might get confused, but yeah, it's not too bad to switch over.
Do you actually practice that this week?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, they remind you it's a left-hander?
Every time.
Do you have a left-handed scout quarterback?
Yes. I mean, at least he tries to.
He just puts it in his other hand.
Hey, Davon, you guys have gotten off pretty good starts in the games so far and stuff. What's the key on the road to doing that, you think, this week?
We just got to play fast and physical. That's what we got to do.
And you personally, what kind of start do you think you've gotten off on this season? You seem to be extremely effective inside right now. Are you feeling that way too? I mean, what's just sort of different about you, do you think, these first couple of games?
I mean, I feel like I played really fast, but at the same time, I have a lot of stuff to work on. So, I mean, we're always working, trying to find some way to improve.
Yeah.
Now, what strikes you about Tyreek Smith?
He's a very fast, explosive player.
Is he different this year than last? And if so, how?
I think he just got a little bit more experience under his belt, and it allows him to play a little bit faster on the field.
You sense how much he wanted to get out there after missing the first week?
Yeah, I mean, a lot. I mean, it's hard to come back from an injury and then try to sit out to make sure you're right. So, for him, I mean, hopefully he's ready for this week.
How much is, when you watch video, but maybe even in the game you notice, how much teams seem to be paying a lot of attention to Chase? How much does that help you guys inside from the standpoint of?
I mean, it kind of does help out because a lot of people like to switch their zones to him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, kind of know where they're going, at least for the most part. But, I mean, it kind of helps out everybody. Everybody's getting one-on-ones at this point. So.
Yeah. If y'all felt pretty effective as a front, I mean, so far, Davon?
Definitely, because we're getting off the ball. We're playing real well. We're playing very job-oriented defense. So,
Yeah.
kind of works out for us.
Hey, these guys, I'm talking about Indiana, what's changed maybe a little bit about them, their attack, from what you've seen the first two games, or were they pretty vanilla, against Ball State and Eastern Illinois?
I think they're going to do what they want to do, and then we got to come out and play even harder.
Yeah.
They're a physical, fast team, so we got to be ready for it.
It's a second straight week that you faced an offensive line where the average offensive lineman is more than 300 pounds. How much more of an emphasis does that put on technique for you guys?
I mean, we fit everybody the same. I feel like, honestly, I mean, you got to play tough against everybody. You got to get off the ball. I mean, everybody's going to be big and finish.
There's got to be some practical difference, or someone like me could play
Yeah.
an offensive line, though. So what is the difference?
I mean, they're heavier. I mean, there's nothing much else you can say to that. But you can get off the ball.
2 more questions.
Davon, did it feel more natural for you to go back to nose tackle this week after playing free tech the first week?
I think I felt pretty comfortable at both of them, to be honest with you. I mean, it's going to happen probably if I get to the next level. So, I mean, it's good to practice it.
How do you feel like that rotation is going so far among you guys on the defensive line? Do you feel like you've got a really deep group as you go into a game that might be more competitive?
Yeah, I mean, it's keeping us fresh all around. With the 3 we got inside at nose, and then everybody else rotating, it just allows us to play faster.
There's a lot of focus on defensive tackles, pass rushing coming into the season. You personally, where do you feel like you're at as a pass rusher compared to last year?
I feel like I'm all right, but at the same time, I have a lot of stuff to improve on. And that's just always going to be a thing. You know?
How different are you than last year, though? Do you do things that you didn't do last year?
I think I'm focus more on studying playbook more so, or studying their offense more so now. That helps me out in the pass rush or pass game.
Devon, what are you at right now, weight-wise?
I'm 315 right now.
Is that what you're trying to maintain? I mean,
Always nice to lose weight before it gets colder outside.
yeah. Hey, I was going to ask you about that. Summer seems to be hanging in there.
Yeah.
Like today, it's in the 90s and stuff. How do you think this team is from a conditioning standpoint at this moment?
I think we prepared very well during the summer to be adjusted to the heat. This is going to be an adjustment when it gets colder outside.
Yeah.
Adjust to that, but I feel like we're pretty conditioned right now.
Thanks, man.
All right, thanks, Devon.